Hello, I'm John Eller. I'm director of the Center for Ray Bradbury Studies in the Indiana University School of Liberal Arts at Iupui in Indianapolis. The Center for Ray Bradbury Studies publishes the early and seldom seen versions of Ray Bradbury's original stories. We publish a review, but we also now house Ray Bradbury's office, his papers, his correspondence, a lifetime of artifacts and awards, and his working library from his home of 50 years in Los Angeles. These are the gifts of the Ray Bradbury estate and also of Don Albright, his longtime friend and principal bibliographer for many years. This gallery display that you see around me is in the Iupui Cultural Arts Gallery in the Campus Center. We're here for just the month of August to present just a small fraction of the archives that we have here at the Bradbury Center. We hope to, after this show, over the next couple of years, expand the Ray Bradbury Center so we can have a more permanent display. For this display, we were able to present a lot of things you might not know about Ray Bradbury. Everybody knows a Ray Bradbury story or two, and you probably know some of his timeless works like The Martian Chronicles, Fahrenheit 451, The Illustrated Man, his nostalgic novel about the Midwest, Dandelion Wine, his great horror novel of 1962, Something Wicked This Way Comes. Many of these have been turned into motion pictures or television series, and we have a lot of artifacts of those things here. You'll see over here to my right artifacts from a film he made in 1962 called Icarus Montgolfier Wright, about the very first astronaut getting ready to go to the moon. What might he be thinking of? His forebears. Icarus, the mythology of the man who flew with the wings, the Montgolfier brothers in the first balloon flight, and the Wright brothers from Kitty Hawk. It became a motion picture in 1962, and I'll bet you didn't know it was nominated for an Academy Award. We have the Academy Award here in the showcase, along with one of the studio masters of the film that were in Ray Bradbury's collection. You'll also see around me here in these cases artifacts from the space program. The United States space program under NASA, really from the 1960s on down to today. Ray Bradbury has been a legendary supporter and visionary during his lifetime for the space program. You'll see here awards that were given to him by NASA, including a Globe of Mars. It was given to him after the Mariner 9 photographic survey, which he supported in many ways in the early 1970s, and other awards from other private organizations also involved in the advancement of the American space program. Among the artifacts we have in the Center for Ray Bradbury Studies from Ray's home is his original desk, which you see here. He used it from the early 1960s for the rest of his life. During those 50 years, he had a number of typewriters that he used at this desk. This is one of the last typewriters he used, an IBM Wheelwriter. And we have here on the desk as well most of the things that he kept around his desk in his later years. We were fortunate enough in the gift to be able to receive all these things from the Bradbury family. You'll see here at the desk an open drawer with some of his stage tickets to the stage plays, adaptations of his own stories that he put on for many, many decades in the Los Angeles area. He always had a few of these tickets around, and they were always in the desk somewhere. We've put them in the top drawer for this exhibition. In the desk, within the glass case, you'll see a couple of pencil boxes and paper boxes. These things include a Faber pencil box and Montag paper. Ray didn't know it at the time, but when he wrote Fahrenheit 451, those were the names he chose for two of his characters, and he later found were common names for writing utensils and writing paper in our culture. You'll also see here his tray with the many kinds of letterhead that he used during his career. He's an incredibly creative man, and he had letterhead that included images of Sir John Soane's museum in London, as well as fantastic creatures drawn for him by his many illustrators, especially Joseph Mugnani, for his books, for his stage plays, and for his films. Along with Ray Bradbury's desks and three of his typewriters, his library, and his papers, we're able to bring all the rest of the furnishings from his office. Besides his awards and mementos from that office, we also brought out his bookcases and other pieces of furniture that will allow us to rebuild his office exactly as it was for many years during his career in his home. We hope that this office will be the centerpiece of the expanded Ray Bradbury Center, which we anticipate putting together over the next few years.